Steve Stine from GuitarZoom here, and today what we're going to be doing is looking at When I Come Around by Green Day. I'm going to be showing you how to play this both tuned down half step like the song actually is, and then I'm also going to show you how to play it tuned standard, just in case you don't know how to play it a half step down. So if this video helps you, please do me a favor, like it, share it, and subscribe to the channel so you're always notified when I come out with new videos. Okay, so let's get started. Right now my guitar is tuned down one half step, which means that E is now E flat and A is A flat and so on. Now again, if you don't know what that is, don't stress about it because you can fast forward the video a little bit further and I'll tune back up. But right now I'm tuned the way Green Day would be tuned, which is a half step down. And I'm going to be playing this song using power chords and what we call palm muting. So sometimes you know there's parts of the song you could use bar chords and things like that. I'm just going to show you how to do this with power chords. So what we're going to do here is we're going to create this shape, and again, please remember I'm tuned down a half step. So I'm at the 3rd fret of the 6th string. I'm playing a 6-string power chord right here. And it doesn't matter whether you play your power chords with just 2 fingers or if you use 3 fingers, whatever works for you is perfectly fine. So I'm going from this power chord, 3rd fret. Then what I'm going to do is move up to the 5th fret, but I'm going to move down 1 string. So I'm on what we refer to as a 5th string power chord. Okay, so my first finger is here, and then it's 5th fret, and then I can go to 7th fret and use my pinky if I choose to on the 7th fret of the 3rd string as well. Now when I move to this power chord, I want to avoid the 6th string when I strum, or deaden it out with this finger or whatever works better for you. Then I'm going to move up 2 more frets to the 7th fret and do the same thing. Then I'm going to move down to the 3rd fret of the 5th string and do the same thing. So you'll see the shape that I'm creating here is 3, 5, 7, 3. 3 on the 6th string, and then the other 3 chords are being done on the 5th string. Now again, I'm going to show you some different things that you can do to make this easier for yourself depending on what works best for you. But this is the way I normally play it. So I'm here. Okay? Now, there's a lot of different ways that I could play these chords. Let's look at another option. Let's say you didn't know your 6-string power chords, or excuse me, your 5th-string power chords. All you knew were 6-string power chords. Well, you could take and play it this way. You could go from 3, and then you could head all the way up to the 10th fret, and then 12, and then head down to 8. And that would be okay too. So you have 3, 10, 12, 8. Now you have to cover more distance that way, right? Because you're putting everything on 1 string, so you've got to move further up. But if that's all you knew were your 6-string power chords, you could still play this song, okay? So what I want you to do is think about which way works best for you, okay? So you're either playing it this way, or you're playing it this way. Okay? Now let's add in the strumming part. And what we're going to do is the biggest, most primary section of the rhythm here, which is really doing 2 palm mutes and then a strum. Now the rhythm changes a little bit throughout the song, but let's just stay with that for now. So what I'm going to do is go to the 3rd fret of the 6th string, and I'm going to do kind of a karate chop across here where the string and the bridge meet. I'm going to let my hand fall down across there like a karate chop, and when I strum, I get that sound instead of this sound. Okay, so I'm going to do that twice, and then I'm going to strum. I'm going to lift that up and strum, so I get... And then I'm going to go to the 5th fret of the 5th string, like I talked about, and I'm going to do the same thing. My pick now has to move down 1 string, so now I'm on the 5th string here. So I have... Now when I go to the 7th fret of the 5th string, this one's only going to get 1 palm mute and 1 strum. So I'm doing 1 palm mute, 1 strum. And then I'm going to head down to the 3rd fret, and I'm just going to strum that. So I have... So if I put the whole thing together, it sounds like this. I can strum it more if I want to, and of course you can change this any way you want to make it sound and feel more comfortable to what you're wanting to do with this song. I just wanted to show you, I had a request for this, so I wanted to make sure that I made it as easy as possible for us to just get started, and then you can always adjust it. If I was playing this song, I'd add a few strums here and there, but if we start off just thinking mute, mute, strum, mute, mute, strum, mute, strum, strum, and just start with that just to get it built, okay? Now, the next thing would be is if you were playing this all on the 6th string, you would do exactly the same thing, but you're moving from 3 to 10 to 12 to 8. Same rhythm, though. But you could stay on the 6th string and do the whole thing. So again, ideally, it probably would be nice to mix the 6th and the 5th string, but it's wherever you are in your playing. So that's how you would play this if you were tuned down a half step like the album and you were trying to play along with the album. If you're not playing along with the actual song, then it doesn't really matter. You can be tuned standard, okay? Oftentimes, though, I get a lot of beginner-style students that don't know how to tune their guitar down, or they only have one guitar and they don't want to be tuning it up and down and all that stuff. So I will teach them how to play this a different way with power chords, but so they don't have to retune their guitar. So let's say, for instance, your guitar is tuned standard and you want to play along with this song. What you're going to do is you're going to take this entire thing. Now I'm going to tune back normal here. I've got a pedal that tunes me down and up. So now I'm tuned standard. But now if I want to play along with the Green Day song, I'm not tuned right. So what I'm going to do is take everything I just did and move it down 1 fret. So instead of playing 3, 5, 7, 3, I'm just going to move everybody down and play 2, 4, 6, 2. And then I'll be able to play along with the actual song. Or if I played it on the 6th string, I would move everything down. So I'd have 2, 9, 11, and then 7. Now, please understand that if you do it this way, it will enable you not to tune down your guitar. It'll enable you to play along with the song. You're just playing it differently than they would play it because you're playing it tuned standard, where they'd actually tune on a half step. For me, the most important thing is that you're playing along with it, however it works for you, but I just want you to be aware of that. So you could play it either way. If you tune down a half step, you start at the 3rd fret. If you don't tune down a half step, you start at the 2nd fret. Okay? Now there's one other part you need to know about this song is when it goes into the pre-chorus, no time to search the world around or whatever it is he says there. If you were tuned a half step down, I'm going to go back to the half step here, you would play 5 to 8. So that's what you would do there. If you were not tuned down a half step, turn that back off. If you were not tuned down a half step, then you would go 4 to 7. Then down to 2. And you'd start all over. Okay? So that's the basic outline of the song. There's a little thing here and there, there's a little solo and stuff like that, but what I'm more concerned with is you figuring out the best place to play it relative to the tuning that you're using, and that way you can have some fun playing a fairly simple power chords song. So please do me a favor, if you like this video, share it. Let me know how things go with it. If you have any questions about anything, please make a comment, and I will do my best to get to it as soon as possible. And subscribe to the channel. So take care, stay positive, and I'll talk to you soon. Hey, Steve Stine here. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please do me a favor and like it and share it. And also, make sure that you subscribe to this channel so you're always notified when I release new videos. And lastly, if you have any song requests, please look in the description. There's a link that you can click on and request a song, and I'll do my best to get to it as soon as possible.